be shipped across country lines to be trafficked. You can be trafficked in your own city by your own family.
After allegations of sex trafficking at several Coeur d'Alene businesses, KREM 2 is talking with the organizations that help the victims.
The weather impact alert is in place as rain and warmer temperatures return to the inland northwest, bringing widespread snowmelt.
Plus, a closer look at potential flooding prevention efforts in Pullman and Moscow.
And thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. First up tonight, the fast-changing forecast. Melting snow and incoming rain, all raising concerns for flooding across the region.
Our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, has more on what's coming our way, which sounds like a whole lot of rain. Jeremy?
It's a serious amount of rain. It's one of those ones where even the least zealous forecast. If I go as conservative as possible, we pick up more than a half an inch of rain in Spokane this weekend. A half an inch of rain with all of our snow on the ground is a big deal, especially with a frozen ground underneath the snow. 37 degrees is where we currently sit, and with that incoming moisture, we are under hydraulic outlooks in eastern and southeastern Washington and much of the Panhandle, that hashed area. A hydraulic outlook means something is going to happen with the moisture that we are going to receive. Flood advisories are in effect for southern Idaho, western Montana, the Cascades, over on the west side. Basically, any river or stream that sees flooding with a storm system and melting snow will see that. We have a big storm moving into Canada, and that brings us our first wave of energy. It's already moving in. We're already seeing a little bit of light shower activity in central Washington, and that's going to move its way toward us this evening. I think we get a decent shot of moisture overnight. It's pretty good. It moves through, moves out. The real rain arrives tomorrow evening and takes us into a very soggy Sunday. For that reason, we're under a weather impact alert as temperatures approach 50 degrees in the coming days.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. And of course, all that heavy rainfall does have to go somewhere, and it's got a lot of places in our region on alert and getting ready now.
KREM 2's Caitlin Galloway in Moscow tonight to show us what Public Works is doing to try to prevent flooding. Caitlin?
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, right behind me is that city sandbag station. We've got a couple people taking advantage of those resources. It's meant for people to protect their homes. I talked with the city just a little over an hour and a half ago, and they told me they're preparing more for inconvenience than they are for significant damage. The city said that because of the area they're in, they're no strangers to this type of flooding. They said it's not historic, but it is important for residents to be aware. They're anticipating more city infrastructure damage like minor road closures than major risks to personal property. Their advice, nobody knows a property better than the homeowner, so the city is providing resources for those homeowners to make the necessary preparations.
We wouldn't anticipate with this event having a large risk of structural damage. It's really largely more just kind of inconvenience. It might result in some road closures and in certain properties that are low-lying needing to take some steps to protect their property.
Well, the city said if there is additional damage or more resources needed, to let them know. In Moscow, Caitlin Galloway, KREM 2 News.
Caitlin, thank you. Also, the city of Spokane is cautioning that the next several days will bring a lot of melt and runoff, so they're asking everyone to do their part.
So if you have a storm drain outside your house, it's important that you clear it so water can drain properly, and keep checking it each day as debris and ice could clog it again because it will need to be cleared regularly.
Frozen on the bottom, and so it becomes super icy underneath, but you're definitely going to have to get out with the chisel to get that ice underneath. So,
and especially over the weekend, it's forecasted to not get below freezing overnight. So that will really speed up the amount of time, or really speed up how quickly that snow is going to melt.
Also, they say check in on your neighbors. They might need help clearing those drains near their property, and city crews are also out clearing the storm drains. But if you do see big pools of standing water, slow down and try to go around if possible.
Today, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown announced that she is joining other mayors from across the U.S. in opposing cuts to federal science and medical research.
Mayor Brown signed on to an amicus brief arguing that cuts to funding in medical and scientific research institutions are drastic, unlawful, and threaten local economies.
So what is an amicus brief? Well, it's not a lawsuit. Rather, its purpose is to send additional information or arguments to a court to consider in a specific case. In this instance, a federal judge in Massachusetts put that funding cut on hold while the case goes through litigation. So the court may take the mayor's amicus brief into consideration, or they may not. Mayor Brown signed on to the brief along with mayors from Birmingham, Boston, Cleveland, Gainesville, Salt Lake City, Nashville, and Davidson County, Tennessee.
And today, Mayor Brown said in part the Trump administration is proposing a dramatic and unacceptable reduction in support for health science research that will damage Spokane and the regional economy. She continued saying slashing support for research institutions is not only a threat to the health of Americans, but it will have a permeating repercussion on local economies through job loss and jeopardizing the progress this institution has made over the last several years. In a signing ceremony today, WSU and Fairchild Airforce Base announced a new education partnership.
Eastern Washington Congressman Michael Baumgartner says the partnership will help solve real-world problems.
America faces a series of complex threats, probably more significant than any time since World War II. And as we face these threats, it is going to take important collaboration from both Fairchild and WSU and others to face these threats smartly and strategically. I don't want us to be in a war with China, but that is a very real possibility in the next few years, and the best way to prevent that is to prepare for such a conflict.
The partnership is expected to contribute to the advancement of science, mathematics, and engineering on a broader scale. Congressman Baumgartner attended the event on the WSU campus in Spokane today. He stressed the importance of the collaboration as global tensions continue to rise.
Now, still more news ahead at 5, including a follow-up after police raised concerns about sex trafficking at Coeur d'Alene massage parlors. Tonight, we're talking with one group trying to help the victims.
And with warmer weather on the horizon, we are checking out the Great Outdoor and Bike Expo and the Spokane Golf Show, both happening this weekend.